Today we're reviewing Star Wars Shattered Empire number 3 by Greg Rucka and Marco Checchetto and published by Marvel Comics. Just a heads up, this episode contains spoilers. This is the third in a 4-issue miniseries, and this issue is pretty action-packed for the most part. We have two separate stories running parallel to each other. Shara Bey escorting Princess Leia and Queen Saruna of Naboo into an epic space battle, while Kez Dameron works with Han Solo to take out an Imperial security base. Kez and Han's mission takes place in the Outer Rim, and these events do a good job of showing the Empire slowly crumbling and falling apart. The bad guys surrender almost immediately once the crew enters the area, and it's revealed that the attack on Naboo is only one of several targets specified by the Emperor in the event of his death. This section had great art, and the interactions between C-3PO and Han Solo felt right at home in the Star Wars universe. Apart from that, there were no significant progressions on their side of the story. So far, this miniseries has provided a lot of very well drawn space battles, but has been pretty shallow in plot. I hope that in the fourth and final issue, Rucka and company have some major bombshells to drop. Focusing on Shara Bey's story, Naboo is under attack by an advanced weather system that is intended to disrupt the planet within hours. This attack is a direct order from Emperor Palpatine, even though he's dead. The group is helpless and short on firepower until Queen Saruna of Naboo takes them to a hangar we're familiar with from The Phantom Menace. The Naboo Royal N1 starfighters have been sitting here unattended for years, and a group consisting of Leia, Saruna, and Bey volunteer to face off against an Imperial Star Destroyer. Before they set off into the skies over Naboo, a major plot moment takes place. As Leia stands in the hangar, she senses the cold presence of Darth Maul. That's right, it's only one panel and the moment is over quickly, but it's a major event as it's more confirmation that Leia's Force powers are emerging post Return of the Jedi. I imagine that her ties to Naboo are helpful in bringing out this Force sensitivity. By the way, it's worth noting that this isn't the first time in the comics that we see Leia sensitive to the Force. In Princess Leia number 2, Leia is shown a stained glass portrait of Queen Amidala, her mother, who turns to look at her. As I've said in previous reviews, the new Star Wars comics are doing a great job of incorporating prequel series elements without revisiting things that fans hated. Back to the action, the three main female characters jump to duty to save the planet. I did feel that the conversation leading them into battle felt a bit forced and sudden. This series should have been a 5-issue arc based on some of the abrupt jumps in story we've been seeing issue to issue. Queen Saruna also seems like an interesting character, but she only gets a few panels to demonstrate her effectiveness. That being said, once our heroes are in flight, we get an awesome space battle that pits the yellow N1 starships against TIE fighters. It's all presented nicely and really showcases one of the good parts of Phantom Menace. All three characters prove to be valuable assets in the fight against the Star Destroyer. In the end, the group ends up being overwhelmed when none other than Lando Calrissian comes out of hyperspace to save the day. To be honest, it was pretty annoying that he had a major feature on this week's beautiful cover, but only had a quick throwaway panel in the overall story. Shara and Kez are reunited once again and everything seems to be wrapped up. All the loose ends have been resolved and everyone seems to be content, so I'm wondering where they're going with the story at this point. Guaranteed that there is some sort of twist though, and I imagine tragedy will befall Shara and Kez in the final issue. Coming into this series, I believe readers were promised a book that ties Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens. What I think we've gotten so far though, is a book that connects the dots of the prequel trilogy to the original. Shattered Empire 3 is an excellent issue with a few moments that really please me as a longtime fan. If anything, this series is fun because it teases the prospect of new information. That being said, this book really is a product of its time, and as a result, I feel like you need to be reading it now to truly appreciate it. I'm not sure if it'll stand the test of time unless they can really hit it out of the park in the final issue. Did you pick up Shattered Empire number 3? What did you like about it? Please leave your thoughts and comments and make sure to check out the final review for Shattered Empire number 4. If you haven't already, please subscribe right now. We post a Star Wars review every single Thursday as long as Marvel puts them out.